Thanks Odoo for sponsoring this video. If you run a business, keeping track of customers, leads and sales can get messy fast, but Odoo makes it simple. Odoo is an all-in-one business management platform offering a range of different applications to help you manage your business operations better. With Odoo CRM app, you can capture new leads instantly from your website or emails, track every opportunity in an easy drag and drop pipeline, and manage all internal and external communication in one place. From chats and calls to emails and meetings. You can even create and send quotes in just a few clicks with customer info filled in automatically, and your clients can accept and pay directly online. And when it comes to growth, Odoo's dashboards help you analyze your performance and forecast revenue with ease. You can start with your first app completely free with unlimited hosting and support, or access all apps from just $34.40 AUD per user per month. So, if you're ready to organize your sales and streamline your business, check out Odoo using the link in the description. Thanks again, Odoo, for sponsoring this video and helping to make everything we do possible. If you love the idea of building your own tiny house, but you're just not quite sure that you can make it happen, then this is a story that I want you to see, because here in the UK, we're about to visit a beautiful tiny house that really goes to show what's possible if you just give something a shot. Hey Jack, how's it going?
Real good, how are you?
Really good, thank you very much, and it's so good to be here. Mate, what a place you've created for yourself.
Thank you, yeah. I absolutely love living here. It's been amazing.
And you built this home yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, I built it myself over lockdown, which was a good time to build it because there was no distractions. I had focused weekends, which I could really just like pile into it while I was working still in the week. It was a good time to make it happen.
Absolutely. What was it that really made you fall in love with the idea of building a tiny house?
Funnily enough, it was your YouTube channel. Yeah, push come to shove over lockdown, I just decided like I wanted less. I kind of like was ready to kind of downsize what I had and live closer to nature, and I've always loved small spaces. I think I watched a few people on some of your videos say, I'd never done anything like this before and I would encourage anyone to give it a go. That kind of gave me a little bit of confidence to believe in myself on it and think that I could do it and break down what needed to be done. So yeah, it was kind of gaining some affirmation from beginners who had made something amazing, being like, I can do that too, you know?
And you did.
And I did, and here I am now, and I would say the same thing to more people.
I think the whole idea of building our own homes is something that in our sort of modern Western society has been so mystified. And I just love the idea that, you know, we can actually build these. It's not rocket science. And if you apply yourself to it and actually just take those initial steps, you really can make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's within everyone. I think what's beyond what you think you can do is where the gold is, I think.
Yeah. And this house is just beautifully built. Did you have any building experience before you tackled this project?
So I've had a little bit of background in like building vans, and I've worked in landscaping projects for like quite a chunk of my life, which has been like building structures and things like that, and some building knowledge, but nothing of this scale. So it was a big learning curve, one task at a time, try and get them all in the right order, and then, yeah, make it happen. I've had a lot of good friends and family who were able to kind of give me information and also help me and give me tips when I was building it. So it was valuable.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have been able to do it.
And the parking spot that you've found for this house is absolutely brilliant. I mean, here, it looks like you're in the middle of the countryside and you just have views that stretch on all around you. But behind us is quite a commercial operation, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great little farm. There's lots of people working here on various projects. Everyone's kind of lending a hand, helping each other, and it's kind of got a real nice sense of community. It's nice to feel somewhere so settled and beautiful with good people around me. So I'm really happy about this spot.
Yeah, and I think spots like this are quite underrated as well, because it can be a little bit difficult to find good parking spots, and places where there's already a little bit of commercial operation, finding a place to sort of tuck a tiny house behind a shed or something like that, it is actually a little bit easier. And it works for everyone as well, because especially in some of those commercial setups, having somebody on site all the time is really good for the business owners too.
Yeah, for sure. It's like we're all looking out for each other here. It's super peaceful at night. I mean, I get woken up sometimes in the night by an owl, and that's about it.
And what size is the tiny house?
So the size is 7.2 meters long, 2.5 wide, and 3.6 high.
What's it like transporting that on the Cornish roads?
It's good fun. The first initial time that we moved it, we actually got it on a lorry, and we've moved it a couple times with a big tractor since. But it's been fine. Once it rolls, it rolls.
Right. And can you talk to me about the design of this house?
So the design of the home, when I was initially designing, there was kind of a few drawings I had, and there was the third one that I'd come to that I kind of felt really good about. Kind of wanted to create a space that felt like the light flowed through. It felt like you were almost outside. I just kind of wanted to make it feel really light and open. So with the materials I used, I really wanted it to kind of feel like it blended into a landscape and wasn't too kind of obnoxious or loud on the exterior. I kind of wanted it to kind of work with the landscape and the area where I'd be. So it is very boxy, but I love that. I love the boxiness of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think especially as a first-time builder doing a project like this, there's a lot to be said for keeping it simple as well.
Yeah.
I think sometimes if you sort of bite off more than you can chew and make a project too difficult for yourself, you can sort of end up getting in your own way of actually being able to finish something. So I think keeping it simple but focusing on doing simple really well is a great approach, and I can see that you have absolutely nailed it in this house.
Yeah, thank you. And also, I guess it's like maximizing each corner and like getting the most out of the tiny house kind of parameters that you have.
And then you have dramatically expanded your living area with this fantastic deck area as well.
There was always the plan to have the deck built, and having it built almost bigger floor space than the whole tiny house has been like such a paradox of having a tiny house and a huge deck. And it means you can have lots of people over. I have lots of friends over often, and we kind of are all able to hang out and not trip over each other inside a tiny house. So it's a nice way that brings the outside in, and with the bifold window opening up the whole kitchen, so it almost feels like one huge space. It's been a game changer.
Absolutely. And then having it all undercover as well is fantastic, because it does turn it into an all-weather space, which especially here in England is pretty important.
Yeah, for sure. And Cornish people know about sideways rain.
Yeah.
So it sometimes works, but yeah, sometimes it can be you can get wet under here too.
Right. And I see you've got all of the surfboards and everything here as well, so you're obviously a pretty keen surfer.
Yeah, I get in as much as I can. There's a lot of really good waves around here, and that's where I've met most of my friends from Cornwall there. So it's the escape.
Perfect. Yeah, surfing is such a good social sport, eh?
Yeah, it's so fun. You know, it's just you out there and the board and nothing else, no distractions. It's like, yeah, it feels really pure. It feels like a real nice way to waste time.
Not waste time, spend time.
Spend time.
Spend time.
Absolutely.
This deck's been built with some really big chunky timber as well.
Yeah, so it's all reclaimed scaffold boards, which I really like the rustic used vibe to them. They kind of make the house feel like it's been here a while. And yeah, using tech bolts has just meant that I can easily lift the whole deck up without destroying anything. And, you know, if I was going to move, then I'm ready.
Yeah. Nice, ready to go. And what about power and water services? Are you connected into the infrastructure here?
I've got a solar setup here, which does me right in the summer. And then I have mains connection, which just helps top up the battery through the winter.
Great. Best of both worlds, eh?
Best of both worlds, adds a bit of security to when the sun's not shining, I guess. And I'm also connected to mains water.
Yeah, very cool. Well, Jack, you have done such an extraordinary job on the exterior of your home, and I cannot wait to see the inside. Can we take a look?
Yeah, absolutely. Come check it out.
Thank you very much. This is absolutely beautiful. And immediately walking in here, it's so nice and cozy. It's so toasty with the wood stove going there.
Oh, thank you so much, Bryce. Yeah, it's keeping it toasty. It just can't beat it. It's caveman TV watching the fire.
It so is. And I think that there's immediately something about putting a fire in a house that as soon as there's a fire in a house, it becomes a home.
Absolutely, it's the heart. That's why I wanted it in the middle. I really wanted to feel like it was the kind of the centerpiece and the kind of the warmth.
Yeah, it is the heart.
It's the heart, that and the oven.
Absolutely, very true. The two Hobbit essentials. And I just really love the style of your home as well. You've got quite a lot going on in here. There's sort of all of the beautiful natural timbers, but then you've created a lot of vibrance with all the color in here as well. A lot of natural elements with the plants. This is just so beautifully curated.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been 3.5 years that I've been in it. And when I initially built it, it was very earth tone, very natural. There wasn't really a huge amount of vibrancy. And in the last year or two, I've been really kind of ramping up, and the earthiness has fallen into the background. And then you've got a lot of color coming to the front, which, yeah, I love. It's a very happy place to be. It makes me feel really joyous being in here.
And it's not just you living here anymore as well. You've also had your girlfriend join you in the home as well.
Yeah, Lowenna, my partner. We've been together, a year and a half now, and she's very keen designer with naturalistic buildings and community-driven buildings, and she's done a lot of studies and research all over the world and stuff. So we're talking about, maybe our next design is going to be pretty fun.
Very exciting. And how was it? Because this is a space that you designed initially for yourself, and you've now been joined here by another person. What was it like adding another person to the tiny house?
It works very well. We're kind of both quite small people, so we're quite nimble with the walkways and the ways of, getting to the top mezzanines. So it works really well for both of us.
I think the first thing I thought was, wow, this is really cool. And I think part of me really liked it because I was like, oh, this is probably something I'd do. Just kind of the way it's designed, it's like just really fun. And it was also cool because I think that was like the first time I met you. So I felt like I got a bit of an insight into Jack's, like who he was.
And is a lot of this your artwork as well?
Yeah, a lot of it's mine. A lot of it's a lot of my really good friends. In fact, all of the artwork in here, I know who's created it. It makes me smile when I see it.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things I really like about this design is you have kept everything really open and spacious. You have this really coherent design between the living space and the kitchen. It is quite a compact walkway, but it so brilliantly joins the two lofts. It really is a space that just feels quite good to be in.
Yeah, thank you. I really wanted it to flow and feel very open. Yeah, having a central walkway rather than a galley kitchen and a bathroom at the end of that. I really wanted to have them as separate spaces. I wanted a big sea kitchen because I love cooking. Cooking is like one of my joys. I do it a little bit for work too. So it's like I really wanted a kitchen that would feel as big as a home kitchen. I can lose on sleeping space. I can lose on, living space a little bit. I just really wanted a big kitchen.
Yeah, well, especially when you've got quite a big living space outside, it really does afford you the ability to dedicate so much of the home's interior to the kitchen, and you really have done that. This is a great looking kitchen.
Yeah, thank you. I really wanted to be able to cook everything that you could cook in a normal house or even a test kitchen or a commercial kitchen. I really wanted to be able to make all the things and not feel inhibited on space, because just because I'm in a tiny house doesn't mean I can't cook really amazing food.
Very, very true. And beautiful live edge timbers that you've used for the bench tops there too.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I really love natural materials. I love kind of rough cut things. So finding that ash for the worktops was a real win.
Yeah.
And I just like the tactile and naturalistic look. It really feels good to use.
And that is a serious sound system that you've built into this house too.
Yeah, absolutely. I had to have good sound in here.
Yeah.
Music is the medicine. I'm always listening.
Yeah. And is this a car audio head unit that you've built into the house as well?
Yeah, so my good friends, Ben and Christian, they run a company that specializes in van electric. So a lot of this tiny house is 12 volt. So yeah, we ended up, just to save on power and less draw, having some of the things like the lights and the audio system being set up on 12 volt.
I really like that. And going back to the kitchen for a moment, this is a kitchen that really does not want for anything, does it? You've got lots of storage in here, and as you said as well, all full-size appliances.
Absolutely, yeah. Gaining that extra drawer space underneath everything is like, it's a lost space in like a kitchen. So having all of that, plus a full-size fridge and freezer, full-size gas oven, and a double sink, it just like makes it feel like you're just in any kitchen. It really is a beautiful place to cook and a beautiful place to put things away and everything have a home still, but still have all the appliances and extras that I need to make it happen.
Yeah. I like what you've done at the top as well with the open jar storage. That looks really good.
Yeah, it allows me to kind of see my ingredients up there, creating illusions with light and making it feel like it continues to flow in a tiny house and it's bigger than it is the real trick, which I've learned from a lot of your videos and guests that you've had on.
Very true. And you mentioned before that you cook as part of your job. What do you do for work?
So I'm like a bit of an outdoor chef. I cook for events and stuff, using local ingredients and mostly cooking with fire.
Cool.
Cooking for, it's a joy. I love cooking for people. I've always loved cooking for people. If you ask any of my friends, everyone gets fed when they come to my house. It extends into work as well with, cooking for events. We've recently done some cooking on cliff tops and cooking for people, which has been amazing.
That sounds like a dream job.
I absolutely love it. Yeah, it's beautiful. When you can mix in the natural elements and cooking with local ingredients and feeding people, it's just, it's an amazing thing to give.
Very cool. And now in this part of the home, we have your living room.
Yeah, this is my cozy little sofa. There's a ton of storage underneath, which is super handy. And it's just a super comfortable place to sit.
Nice, perfect. One thing that I've just noticed about your home that I really, really like is the way that you've done the flooring with the strand board. This looks so good.
Yeah, I really like the mismatch of materials and different textures. I like the kind of how you can feel things, how they complement each other. You know, shiny tiles next to a rugged mismatched floor can really make each of them feel better. I like the contrast of different organic materials together. Feels good.
Yeah, it definitely does add a lot of visual interest, doesn't it? And I really like the addition of the clothes drying rack in here as well. That is such a great feature.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I really wanted to have in the house was a way to wash and dry clothes and
Yeah.
not be a hindrance on like being in the space. So yeah, that's been a game changer. Having that there is just, you dry the clothes, you hang them up and they're out of the way. Sure, it confines the space a little bit, but it's super handy not having to dry them somewhere else or have another machine in here.
Absolutely. And as well, it allows you to capitalize on the extra heat from the stove as well.
Absolutely, that's the hot spot up there.
Great. And you've got your sleeping loft up here. That just looks like another really nice, cozy space.
It's such a cozy space. I love living up there. You know, being able to lay in bed and open the window while you're still laying in bed. And I just kind of wanted minimal aesthetics up there. Like I just didn't want too much noise and distraction. I really wanted to keep real simple, a nice place to go sleep, really.
And I honestly think that is the absolute best way to tackle a sleeping loft. I think there's this thing about, particularly where you sleep, that you kind of want the space to be devoid of distraction. And it's nice to have a spot which is just absolutely dedicated to sleep and nothing else.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And over the other side, you've got another loft here too.
Yeah, that doubles up as it's kind of when guests come to stay. We've got a futon that we put up there. And we also use it as a bit of an office space, a little space to relax and read.
Nice.
It's really nice. It's been a versatile space, which feels like you can kind of use it for a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Absolutely. Bit of extra storage up there as well.
Yeah, heaps of extra storage up there. Yeah, we managed to tuck away all the things we need, which is great.
Yeah, absolutely. And the bathroom is so cool as well. I especially love the way that you've used the copper piping for the shower.
Yeah, me and a friend made the head up ourselves, saw a few videos on Pinterest and photos on Pinterest. Testing it out for the first time was great.
Yeah. How does it work?
It's amazing. It's like super good rain coverage.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It was exactly as I'd intended. It was really great.
And the tub. What a great feature.
Yeah, testing out what size I wanted. I knew I needed a bath. You know, it's just something I didn't want to lose. After living in a flat before this with just a shower, I was like, I need a bath.
Yeah.
And that one's perfect. I mean, you get up to your neck and it's a local company that make them. So it's really cool.
Perfect. And again, I love the use of natural materials in here as well, especially that stone basin just looks so good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, again, loving the natural materials against like the clean finishes is, super satisfying.
Yeah, definitely. Great that you've been able to squeeze a washing machine into the bathroom too.
Yeah, washing machine is, I did not want to go to a laundrette. I had to make one work in the building.
Yeah.
Some people put them in outbuildings and stuff. And sometimes when it's running, the house has a bit of a shake to it. Not a good time to nap. But most of the time I put it on and go out. It makes it a bit more peaceful.
Yeah, fantastic. And composting toilet as well.
Yeah, an absolute game changer getting a compost toilet in my life. Yeah, Joseph set me on the path and it's such a good regenerative system that I've set up and it's great.
Yeah, Joseph Jenkins and his Human Manure Handbook, it is like part composting guide, part revolutionary manifesto. I mean, that man makes you think that composting toilets will save the world.
Absolutely. It makes this the broken system. We
Yeah.
need to, maybe make steps to change it.
Without a doubt. You've got a bit of extra clothes and bathroom related storage there, and then the window. I really like how that's been done.
The extra storage is great for visually seeing what you need and encouraging you to keep it tidy.
Yep.
Yeah, the window was made by my really good friend Shannon. I gave her a brief for being like, I want this little square bathroom window for my bathroom. And that's what she made up. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, so nice. So you've been living here for about 3 years now. How do you rate tiny house life?
Absolutely love it. The joy of it is still, every time I come home, easy to manage, easy to be in. I feel like it gives me everything that I wanted out of a house without exceeding space. It's amazing.
Yeah. And how does it feel to live in a home that you have designed and built yourself?
Yeah, again, that's super fulfilling. It's like a very nice feeling when you know how everything was made, which also is a double-edged sword. Sometimes you're questioning or you look at your design and you notice the faults. But whenever someone comes around, they affirm how much they like it. it reaffirms it with me too in some
Yeah.
kind of way.
And now being able to share the home with your partner as well, that's really special.
Yeah, I absolutely love sharing the space with her. It's it's a beautiful space to share. You know, just having it on my own initially, and then having her here too, it just like really brings the whole thing together.
And what was her journey like coming into the home? Was she already quite on board with the tiny house idea, or did she take a little convincing?
She loved the house when I showed it to her initially, and it was kind of a slow move in. She also has like a van that she lives in, and we're still somewhat living like that, so it's great.
That's a great way of doing it.
Yeah, I think it's important to have your own space, and then integrating your space with someone else is one of those things that you want to get right. You don't want to feel like you're encroaching, or, it's important to share it in the right way. I absolutely love waking up here every day. It's like, this was initially an idea, a drawing, and then you start making it happen, and you build it, and then you develop it, and you start thinking about the design more and more of how you actually want the overall feel to look. And yeah, there's not a moment I'm not joyous living here and absolutely feel the most at home, It's great.
I think I've really slowed down a lot in a kind of very, very positive way. And I think like the nature of small spaces in this kind of environment anyway, is that you're really kind of immersed in your surroundings and what's going on outside, which feels really healthy.
This is such a beautiful home that you've created here, and you've obviously poured so much of yourself into this home, so much time and effort into the build. Can we talk about the cost that was involved in bringing the space to life?
It ended up costing about $32,000, but that was including the solar and all of the appliances. Obviously, this was during COVID when building supplies were like not too bad. I know they've gone a bit crazy towards the tail end of COVID and kind of have stayed there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it cost about $32,000.
Yeah, that is a great result. And I mean, if you had to compare that to the average cost of housing in this area, where does that sit?
Yeah, I mean, it's just unachievable at this stage of my life. And I wanted a space that allowed me to still travel and me to own something without having to be kind of trapped by paying rent or having to store stuff when I'm away or having a mortgage at this point. So it made a lot of sense and continues to make sense with my lifestyle. So
yeah, fantastic. And now the home is complete. What's next for you?
Yeah, it's strange because you coming here has pushed me to really complete the project. I've been living in, it's been finished. Most people saw it as finished, but I noticed all the details. So the final push in the last few weeks has been real nice to bring it to a close, and then full cycle you getting here because you guys are the ones that initially got me into tiny houses. So it feels like a real nice cycle to complete. And yeah, me and Lowenna are working on like a naturalistic cob house design of a building. So
cool.
So there's things in the work, and we want to get involved in more projects. I would love to build another tiny house.
Cool.
Yeah.
And so the future plan is to maybe get a bit of land and build some more cool alternative dwellings.
Yeah, absolutely. Land is the plan. We found one that we want to go look at. We just want to start understanding land around here and being able to be ready for the right opportunity to come up. And yeah, setting up our own homestead, our own farm.
I absolutely love that vision, and hopefully we'll come back, visit you again in a few years and see how far down that path you are.
Absolutely, I'd love it if you did.
Yeah. Jack, this is an incredible home that you have built for yourself. I am just so impressed with this beautiful space. Thank you so much for sharing it with me.
Thank you so much. That means so much coming from you.
Jack and Lowenna have created a truly beautiful home for themselves here. And I think Jack's story is just so inspiring. To have had this vision of crafting himself a house and then to have had the courage to follow through on that and to turn that vision into a reality is something that I think we can all learn from. Because the truth of the matter is, you never know what you're capable of doing until you just give it a shot. And great things happen when you try.